again 7, 6, 8 meters down, then with a meter into the room. You see what Jakob has here. It's only from the, it's not from the window, because it was really a very grey, mushy light, but from the reflectors. And then for the green screen, we had it from both sides. Or with a 30-30, we can do from both sides. We could do all the upper part. And the castle is only done by this one. You see that, of course you can do that conventionally as well, but much more time and building up time and so on. That was the studio, so we needed conventionally done it. CLS would have made no sense for the background. The direct set that was 27 meter, winter garden, residence room from the king, and the corridor. And this was only for the background. And there we had, for the fill light, a half transparent ceiling. And we were sending from above this kind of fill light. And this is a very nice method because you can move it around. Let's say it's high noon, you go with the fill very close to the window side. If it's late afternoon, you go to the back wall side. And this is the result from the. Oh, here is a good example with the fill. We have the reflector into that room, it was that scene. So it comes in through the windows, as usually, and then we put above the direct light, the fill light, very precise following the direction. So you have a modulated fill, and not a fill which goes over the whole room. That was the scene. A more complex situation. Because of studio, we really needed a lot. We had a working f-stop from 4 for the whole studio part, and 5, 6 plus for the backgrounds. And you see what I mean with transparency. It's really an absolutely free movement all around. And you could look out of the windows, which I tried to avoid because you felt the photos. You smelled it. An example for double reflection, to fill a corridor, that means here the blue one, up to another blue, and into the corridor, which was that direction. So the mirrors are now in the back of the where you sit. An example to avoid trim light, which is nice in the scene because you see there he moves. Wait, he comes from the light, he sits down, and then. So you have different light situations, not only this one. But the close-up was very important because it is this situation, because he's a very shy young king. He's not trained yet to deal with the ministers, and I felt it fits very well his psychological situation. You know? It's blocked again, anti-imago apple.
Wir sind sehr dankbar, dass Majestät uns als...
And that was the direction from his point of view. And you see the whole room when they leave it. You see, now at the end of the scene you feel that they were in the dark corner. There you see the electrician a little taking care because they, I would compare that they have now more to act like a camera assistant. They cannot through the lenses into the truck. So they should do the same with the reflectors, because of course they are one-way products. If you ruin them, or they are scratched or dirty or the corners, then they lose efficiency, and at the end they are not working anymore. But if you treat them properly, 2-3 big films is no problem, and they are not so expensive. You see, there we had a scene where the sun was going away because it was too late. We could replace it. Weatherproof, can stand the whole day in the rain, no problem. That we had to hold the sun inside, you see there. That's the reason. That we saw already. There we were. Okay, your turn. I know that I was not showing yet, no? This one, just shortly. That was for a journalist who wanted to report about the system. Again, in the studio, I was only assisting him. He did the whole installation. So the lamp goes here behind the black Molton on the redirecting reflector, and from that beam back to the whole set, it's the light. But the whole studio has only that one source here, 1200 watt. And now he makes a side light for Jakob, just to modulate a little. You see, it's quite clear and strong. Then from the front, and even the effects on the wall is all coming from that one source that we saw. And you see, this is the side light, already deviated. It's already the second mirror, and this is the third one. And we have here a softer backlight, and here a little harder one, and this is simply that. It's the harder one, the softer one. And they don't mix. Then again, we use them harder, but take away the side light and the fill light, or reduce it. Okay. Please, we can do the light.
Christian, I have a question. Your gaffer and your crew know the system, and you probably had to work together to develop a lot of how to use it. It's a different technique using this than conventional lighting. When you moved, for example, and had to go to Hungary, did you have a new set of electricians? And how easily was the technique transposed, and how easily was the equipment transposed? So, for example...
Respected is what the right word. To be taken serious. No, it's not difficult, because the handling is completely simple, and angle in, angle out, and if you got it once, it's easy to handle. I have the most problems with older colleagues, or more settled colleagues, because they feel strange enough, but of course I don't mean it like that. They feel attacked, because you have to see, if you have a lifelong profession and you could reach the point where you have 10 trucks for a shooting, it's a status. And now I come with a minibus, or a small truck. No, it sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It's really a fact. You have to face it, and or you have to fall in love in that way to make light, and it's no problem. And in Hungary, first I had the basic crew with me, and the helpers, they were delighted and learned it in a few days, because it really motivates to play around. And the first time I saw electrician working in the free time, just to play around with it gives you the envy to try out what to do. And so, by the way, I have some examples here that you are a bit much people, and some thieves to steal my reflectors. Maybe. Yeah, it's not difficult. It's more a question of motivation. Even for the production leaders it's funny, because their argument against the system for the moment is nobody is courageous enough to use it only. So I don't pay you 2 times the whole equipment. But it's a few colleagues already who use it. But it's always problematic. I'm on it now since the 12th year. I'm a bit tired. I used it in all my work. I have somebody who copies at least the reflectors already, who was collaborator before. He used all the sources. And I have a company who produces the lamps, but they are very bad in marketing and they don't know the film industry. So anybody who has a nice investor, a Greek investor for example, they are famous to invest. Maybe from London, I don't know. Yeah, I'm again searching. Now we have orders and nobody is able to deliver.
We have time for 2 questions.
We have time for 2 questions. Please. There's an arm. It's a little bit late. Yeah, with pictures.
3:15.
Yes.
First of all, do you think it produces a better, it makes the crew more productive to be involved actively? You mentioned when the sun changed its position, the electrician had to go and change the angle of the reflectors. That's one. And the second question is, since everything is becoming lighter and more.
Where are you? Sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The LEDs, which will replace sooner or later much of our conventional light sources. Have you ever considered them, or have you ever used them, and with what effects? Harris yesterday mentioned how he used them. Yeah. Have you ever considered them?
Of course, we check them out, and I'm curious always about. So, just want to try it. But the first question, yes, they are more motivated. It's, to my experience, always no expectations. No exceptions. The second question's a question with the LED also. The light laboratory could offer me already now a parallel beamer with LED, so this is not my main goal. If it can be, it's okay. It has to be parallel beam, that's it. Coming from wherever.
So the same strength though?
Yeah, but this is a detail. If it's possible, why not? With all the advantages open for that. But this is not really a concurrence, because to define and to create the different characters and moods and atmospheres is a question how you use the reflectors in combination with daylight, or for documentaries it's very interesting because they can use it just to catch a sun spot or whatever. And that will stay, so this doesn't change anything if it's LED or whatever. Yeah? Next question.
How about lighting an interior at night?
What do you mean?
I mean that we saw exterior night, like the light from the moon.
Okay, you mean on the street, for example?
No, I mean interior.
Yeah.
I mean like.
Okay, but I don't understand the problem.
Yeah, I mean we just saw lighting interior like daylight. What about, yeah, is there a use of this system?
No, but we saw a few, no, you're right. No, there's no problem, we just had to adapt sometimes for, no, you're right. You have to put a few examples for that for the next time. Bedroom lamps, candle lights, or a small lamp like that. We did even tests with the reflector just with 2 candles in front. It works too. Try and error. But it's no problem. You can handle it, or a little dados, which is very nice. With putting in and out, you can make a very fine, like fade in, fade out without any color problems. Very fine tuning is possible, which was my goal, especially with digital cameras. They react so fast and so finely that what I see now in the normal TV works, for example, the light is always too loud, if I can say so, because they don't take care. They do what they are used to do, and it's bang, 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 you know. And the digital reacts stronger than the definitely. And for the moment you can see it all over. So that's a good, a simple way to make fine-tuning without being a scientist.
Okay.
So we have a break. Thank you very much for your attention.